born in 1928 in Zeehan.
Zeehan District Hospital.
And what were the name of your parents?
Horace Parker, Leela Parker.
And you had brothers and sisters?
Yeah.
There were 7 of you?
5 brothers and 3 sisters.
Oh, wow. And
Yeah.
so where were you in amongst all of them?
I was the eldest. I went to the Catholic school in Zeehan. I went to the Church of England. We went to the Catholic Church school because it was too far to go to the state school at the other end of Zeehan.
Okay.
That's why we did that. And then we were christened in the Church of England in Zeehan. The whole lot of us. Mum took us all together.
So what did your parents do?
Dad worked at the smelters in Zeehan, and Mum used to work as a housemaid and also at the hospital as domestic. She wanted to be a nurse, but and then when she got married, she was only 17 when I was born.
Wow. Were their mum and dads from Zeehan as well?
Yes.
How far back does that go in Zeehan?
Oh. Well, they lived down the Henty, and Gran he used to go hunting, and I don't know what, he worked in one of the mines too, and when he retired he went hunting. Granny used to grow strawberries and sell, and the train used to stop and pick up all these strawberries and packets and take them and sell them.
Yep.
And I can remember this old farmhouse, and she used to make her own bread, and I got into trouble with me and one of my uncles helped ourselves to a little bit of bread out the corner of the loaf of bread. We got into trouble for eating it. But she did all that and that. Did her own sewing and gardening, and it was very hard work.
Yeah.
She had 12
Wow.
12 kids. One died as a young baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of kids. For a long while, I reckon the male of the house run the house, but they found it very hard to accept that the wife was the mother and she was the cook and the sewer and everything. The man could never accept that in my days. They sort of thought that they was the boss and they had to do what they said. And by gee, they used to handle them rough. There's nothing. We used to, Mum had a strap about that long and about that wide, and she used to belt the backside off you if you didn't behave yourself. Well, if Dad got hold of that, we used to run because he didn't care where you hit you. I think the man tried to rule over the women, but it didn't always work them days.
Okay.
No. Well, it doesn't work these days. It doesn't work these days. And times were very hard those times. If you had a dozen sausages in the cupboard in your safe to cook, it was rich, you know. That was poor times when I was a little girl.
Yeah. And what did you do for fun when you were an 8-year-old in Zeehan? Like, if your dad's at the smelter and your mum's busy with the kids, what did you do to keep yourself busy?
Well, the little girl next door had a push bike. She used to let us have turns to ride a push bike. And things that happened was unreal. I can remember I went to school one day and this girl came in on a bus from Renderson Bell and everybody was around her, and I thought, oh gee, I'll have to go and see what's going on over here. and you wouldn't believe what they were doing. She had a pair of gumboots, and she was charging them a penny to go and have a walk in her new gumboots. And I told my sister that here only just recently. She thought I was queer. But it was unreal for somebody to be able to be afford to buy a pair of gumboots.
Wow.
Well, we take all those things for granted, didn't we?
Mm.
I would have been 12. I went and helped this lady that was very ill. I used to do her vacuuming and that. And in the finish they tried to adopt me, but Mum said no, but I was allowed to go and work with them. And I finished up, I lived with them for about 17 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I went over the other side. I was over the other side. Then when Mum got sick, I flew home
Right.
to her.
Yep. When you say on the other side, where were they living?
Rochester, in Victoria.
Right.
He was a Church of England minister,
Right.
and he was after somebody to stay with his wife that was so ill. And I used to go and do the bit of, she wasn't allowed to do heavy housework or anything, and I used to help her with that. But she taught me a lot. She was a school teacher, and what I missed out, I went right to the main, what was called merit certificate. That was the highest used to get in your schoolwork. I passed all that, and I would have had to have gone to Queenstown, or Mum couldn't afford to send me over there. So when I went to live with Reverend Hayes and his wife, because she's a school teacher, she taught me a lot of things that I would have learnt there.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I was really lucky, really, really lucky.
So for your grandkids and people like me, I mean, you're 88 now, if you were to give me any advice on life, yeah, what would you say to me?
Just love your kids and your husband, and you look after yourself. Do the right thing, what you think's the right thing.